Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another great edition of Farming Simulator 2015. I'm going to be running solo today. The only reason is my wife is out with our little girl. She's getting some contact stuff taken care of, and my son's not feeling well and has lost his voice. So, yeah. Basically, this video is going to be prep work. And the reason I say prep work is because we've got fields 10, 17, 16, 15, 19, and 20 all growing and ready to go. So what I like to do while fields are growing is I like to do prep work. And you guys are probably going to ask, well, crap, what's going on those fields? Well, we've got beets growing on one. We've got potatoes growing on another. We've got canola growing on 15. I think 16 is beets, 15 is canola. I believe 10 is potatoes, and I believe 17, gosh, I forgot what 17 was, I'm losing track, and 19 and 20 is, no, 17 is corn, and 19 and 20 is wheat. And the reason for all of those is obviously every single one of these fields is going to be a video specific for beets and potatoes and all that other stuff. And I am very aware that whenever I was saying we were doing corn, that one video is in essence we were doing chaff because I had the wrong header. So we're going to redo corn, and it kind of worked in our favor anyway because I'm going to be using the chaff anyway, which is kind of what we're doing here with this prep work. So I've got one of my tractors here all situated with some mowers. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our mowers dropped down. As you guys can see, I've already been doing some mowing work, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys exactly what I was doing here. So we're going to go ahead and lower these mowers. We'll turn it on, lower this mower, and turn it on. And basically what we're doing is we're mowing the grass, and we're going to go around with a forage wagon and swoop it all up and then take it over to where the cows are, because we're going to be working on feeding the cows. I think I've got about 50 cows that I've purchased. Oh, it has been a lot of behind the scenes. I really wished I could record a lot of it, but it would be really boring. We have literally just been cutting trees, selling them to the plant, cutting trees, selling them to the plant, prepping, getting all the fields planted so that way we can get everything grown for our next video. It's been a lot of prep work, and I really just didn't feel that would be fun to record with you guys, so that's why I'm just doing the prep work by myself, and in hopes that the other family members will get better, or at least one of them will get better, and then the other one can come in and join me. So this is exactly what I've been doing, is I've been driving around and I've been mowing all these fields, or the grass around the fields. And like I said, I'm going to get into another tractor, and we're going to use what's called the forage wagon, and we are going to drive around, and we're going to scoop all of this stuff up, and then we're going to take it to where the cows are, because I've got a feeding wagon over there. And eventually, when the crops of the wheat that we've planted are ready, we're going to use the swath, we're going to ted it into windrows, we're going to use the baling machine again, pick them all up into bales. Whoa, what's going on with that mower? Pick them up into bales, transport them to where the cows are, and then from there we're going to put them in the feeding machine and start feeding our cows. And then yeah, so I think that should be good for that. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn off this mower, go ahead and fold that up, we'll go ahead and turn that mower off, we'll fold that up, and then I think we're good with the mower for now. There's a lot more that we could mow, but I think we're good on that aspect of things. Alright, perfect. And as you guys can see, I've got equipment lined up everywhere. It has been countless hours of getting all this stuff prepped and ready. Like, it's been pretty crazy. So, at any rate, I don't want to show you guys too much, but maybe we'll take a drive around in one of my pickups and kind of show you guys what I've done as far as all the prep work goes and what I've had to do, and kind of explain what I've done. But here's our forage wagon. So we're going to go ahead and lower the forage wagon. We're going to go ahead and turn it on, and I'll show you exactly what needs to be done. So all we've got to do now is we've got to drive back and forth over all of this grass and use this forage wagon, and it's going to collect all the grass. Now, we can in essence get a tedder and put it into more of like a hay style stuff, but I'm using this to put into the pits to ferment it for cows, for like silage and stuff. Our crops are doing pretty well too. They're starting to grow. I've got them on the lowest setting as far as growing right now because, like I said, I've been doing so much prep work that I'm trying to delay the crops growing as much as possible. I've got some really neat stuff to show you guys as far as the growing and the harvesting goes, but that's actually the corn right there. There's our machine, which has got a trailer attached to it that somebody said we can attach trailers to the harvesters, so that'll be pretty cool if that actually works or not. We'll see if that works or not. So basically all we're gonna do is we're gonna drive back and forth and we're gonna collect all this grass that we've just mowed, and then from there we're gonna take it down to right around field 20, because right around field 20 there's a couple of bays that we're gonna drop it off into. We're gonna compact it, and then we're going to ferment it. Once it's fermented and ready, then we should be able to use the feeding machine and combine it with regular hay, and then it should, in essence, create the feed we need for the cows. I really didn't dive into too much of this technology whenever 2013 was around. So at this point, I'm kind of just winging things because, like I said, the 2013, we kind of just skipped the whole feeding process. I mean, we kind of tried it, but we really didn't get into it too much. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and pick up all this grass here. We're going to make a couple of passes. Our trailer's only 13% full right now. So once we go all the way down here, and then when we come back, we'll take it over to where we're going to take it. And then I'll kind of show you guys exactly what we're going to do with it. It's a timely process because this is something that you can't hire workers for. You have to physically drive around and do this yourself. So you guys can, you know, kind of understand where and why this takes so long into getting all this sort of stuff done. It's very entertaining. It's very fun. That's why I figured I would go ahead and record this for you guys to kind of show you what I've been having to go through as far as... Oh, I was going to say, have I not been picking that up, but it's only been picking up a small row of it. Okay, now we're going to come back this way and make this other pass over here. See, we're already about 20% full, so I think we'll probably be roughly around, I don't know, 40-45% full by the time we make these last two passes here. Maybe. It doesn't fill up too much, or too fast, I should say. But like I said, this is the part that's time-consuming, is doing all the prep work. And this is the stuff that I've been doing pretty much by myself and just getting stuff prepped and ready. But I figured I would you know, want to show you guys and record exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Alright, so we're going to swing past the mower here, and then we're going to swoop around and we're going to collect that last row on the other side there. There's a lot of grass to mow, and the reason why I don't mow all that stuff in between the rocks is, you know how much of a pain in the butt it's going to be to get the mower in there and to get the forage wagon in there. So what I do is I go to these big, large fields like this, and I mow in straight lines back and forth, and I hook around and drive around the fields because it is so much easier to just drive in a circle like this and collect the grass on the ground than it is to drive and circle around some of these other trees. I mean, there's a lot of grass and a lot of fields out there, but this just makes much more sense to me, and it's just much more, you know, it's much more manageable than driving around all the rocks and trees and stuff, and it's just much easier to drive in rows like this and collect it. See, we're already at almost 30%, so we might not even make that 40%. We've only got one more row. And as you guys can see, I didn't even make the turn. I can go right and mow all the way up and around. I can also turn left and mow all the way down there. I can mow on every single corner of these things, and I just haven't done that yet. See, look at all that grass straight ahead that I can mow. Like, there's a lot of stuff I can get here. I just wanted to quickly show you guys where I'm getting this and how I'm doing it. So we're going to make this last pass here, and once we make this last pass, we're actually going to go straight from here right to the cow feeding area. See, we're about 32% now full, so we might not even make it to 40%. I don't think we will. Nope, 33. We'll probably get to like 36% by the time we get to the end of this row, if we're lucky. I was close though. I was thinking 40-45%, but we'll probably get to about 36% by the time we're done. There's 35 and 36. Bam, done. Okay, we'll turn that off. We'll raise it up. All right, there we go. So we're gonna now head on over to where the cows are. These crops are looking pretty good though. Gosh, it was time consuming getting all these planted. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even spray them. There's just so much stuff to do here. Like I said, you guys are probably going like, oh my God, what is that machine? Oh my God, what's going on? In due time, my friends, in due time, I will go over everything and show you guys everything, what we did, how we did it. But right now, we're just doing the prep work. So look at all this grass on the ground that I could mow and pick up. It's crazy on how much you can do. As you guys can see in the distance, we've got our cow farm. I think I've got about 50 cows purchased in there so far. Also got all sorts of equipment that I've been transporting over here and fields that I've been growing and prepping for you. Here's all of my seeders and plows for this field. There's the tractors we've been using, and there's our feeding machine that I was talking to you guys about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drive on up into here. We're going to go ahead and unload this. Just like this. And just like that. Done. Okay. So now we should... Okay, it's still compacting. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to compact it some more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into this thing. We're going to go ahead and drop the trailer, because we don't need the forage wagon right this second. And then we're going to compact it a little bit. See, now it's around 80% compacted, 90. Oh, almost. I think it just hit 100 as I drove over it. There we go. There we go. It's now blanketed. So now it's fermenting, just like that. Perfect. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hitch this right back up here. So we don't want to leave. I don't like just randomly leaving stuff. I get so like OCD with random tractors and trailers everywhere. All right, so we're going to park the forage wagon here for now. Just like that. Oh, there's my truck. Perfect. That works out just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and take a little bit of a cruise of our farm while things are growing, shall we? All right, so basically, I've got another forage wagon here with a trailer attached to it. There's another semi that we're going to use for, obviously, like our crops and our corn and whatnot, that we're going to have somebody. So we've got a tractor trailer sitting there waiting. We've got Tyler's and my wife's pickup truck there for whenever they jump on and play. Got a couple of, we got a water tank and a mobile fuel tank there. Here's some of our older trailers we used when we first started the series. And then just inside right over here, you guys can see some of the other equipment that I've purchased and stacked over there. And then in here we've got some of our older balers, or not balers, but harvesters and tractors of the sorts and stuff right over there. As we come on over here, we now have this is our beets field here that I've already got planted and waiting and ready. We've got the beets equipment and stuff ready and waiting. This is going to be pretty cool whenever we decide to get this video all set up and ready to go. Directly in front of this one is our cornfield. This is where we're going to redo our cornfield. We've got the actual correct harvesting equipment this time, as you guys can see there. Actually got the right one. One of the things that I noticed with this one, I don't know if it's... So we want to enable the... No, we don't want to enable the straw swath, so... Nope, we don't want to do that. Let's see. Nope, it's not that one, so it must have been a different tool then. Okay. And then, yep, so that's our cornfield. We've got a harvester sitting right over here. We've got a harvester sitting right over there waiting for these fields to grow fully. And then in this field here, we've got our potatoes. This is where I was getting stuff prepared and ready for potatoes. You guys can see our little potato seeders that I've got parked and waiting here. And this equipment is like no other. Very expensive. It's like $450,000 per machine, and I've got 2 of these. So we've got just $1 million of equipment just sitting right here waiting to harvest these potatoes. Really cool stuff about to go on there. Really excited about that sort of stuff. And then let's see, we've got the corn here, which we've already gone over. We've got the beets just right over there. We've also got, actually, you know what? I think this is canola. Yes, this is that big canola field. So scratch that. That's canola there. Corn, if I remember correctly, these trucks, by the way, they don't handle all that well. I want to say corn is back in this field. Yeah, I'm almost positive this is where the corn and stuff is back in this field. Because I wanted to go ahead and read you. Yep, this is our corn here. And I've also got some harvesters over here. These are the harvesters that I've got ready, waiting. Yep, here's our corn harvesters here. Obviously, you can tell with the tool attachment there. We've got trailers attached to these guys here. So these guys are ready and waiting for the corn. And then we've also got down at the biogas plant, which I'll head down there and show you guys that as well really quick, is where we've got, I think, about 4 or 5 trailer loads of the grass for making silage down there that we've just got done finishing dropping loads into. So I think we'll be able to start getting that stuff all compacted and fermenting as well. We might even be able to just do that now. We'll see. We'll head on down there and check it out. I do believe we are just about ready to get everything going here. Like I said, it's going to be pretty insane on videos, because once I speed up time and get these crops ready to rock and roll, it is going to be a complete madhouse and rush to get all of this stuff harvesting and recording and getting everything all situated. Because once we get the silage fermenting over there and we get some hay bales put into there, and we do, because right over here, I'll show you guys before we go to the next part, there's the feeding machine. After that stuff is fermenting, we're going to use the front scoop and we're going to pick up some of that silage. And then once this field is done, we got this field purchased, and we've got the field to the right purchased, so 19 and 20. Both of these are fully seeded and waiting for wheat. Both of these are seeded for wheat. So basically the reason why I did that, for one, wheat is an okay money maker. And two, once we harvest it, we're going to enable the swath rows, and then we're going to use this machine here, which you guys saw in another video, which is our windrower. We are going to windrow it, and then we are going to use this machine, which you guys remember, which is the baler, to turn it into bales. And then we've got this machine sitting here waiting, which is going to wrap it. You guys can see it's got a little wrapping machine there, and what that does is that wraps it into for silage, which it almost, to me, looks like it's round. It takes round bales. I'm wondering if that thing takes round bales. I'm almost positive that thing does. So we may have to get a round baler over here. I think that's exactly what we're going to have to do. Almost positive. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to have to get a round baler. And then this is our tedder for grass. So if we want to turn regular grass into like a hay style stuff, then we can use that as well. And yeah, I'm almost positive, guys, we're going to have to get a round baler. But anyway, we're going to head on over, because this one here is the square baler, so I think I need to go purchase a round one and take it down here. I don't even know if my truck is capable of dragging that thing down here. Maybe we'll go purchase that real quick as well. There's our harvesting equipment ready and waiting for these these wheat fields. So basically, once we come down here, we've got our biogas plant just off to the right, and this is where I've got some more equipment ready and waiting as well for a video. Just on the back side here, so you guys can see, look at all that. I got all sorts of stuff in here ready and waiting. I've got the tractor and trailer waiting. I've got the loader waiting to compact it. Yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff here. So once this stuff gets all compacted, See, it's only at 51% compacting. We got a ton of it here that we're going to have to scoop and take over to the other plant, because I didn't really think that through. But at any rate, we can also take it to the biomass plant. But we've got a ton of it there that we're going to have to be able to take around with us. But for now, I think one of the things I will have to do is pick up a round baler machine and drag it down there. I've got the round baler machine at the original farm, but in all honesty, I've got enough. They're not very expensive. I can buy another round baler machine and just leave that other one for that side of the field, because there's nothing worse than driving back and forth. I'll tell you guys right now, if you got the money, and you know, I'd rather just buy separate equipment for each field instead of dragging something from side to side to side. Alright, so yep, there's our round piece of equipment for our telehandler that we bought. So I think we're probably going to have to purchase a round baler. I'm almost positive we're going to have to. Yeah, it's 93 grand for this thing. Let's see if I can even tow this thing with my truck. If not, I got the tractor right there. This will be funny if I can actually tow this thing. Yeah, I can tow it. Not too bad. Alright, so let's take this to this other field, because this is all part of our prep work I was talking about here. It's amazing how much power these balers use. You gotta have a pretty powerful tractor in order to use these balers. I learned that the hard way as well. So another thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to grab the telehandler and bring that back to pick up the round baler scoop as well, because I'm almost positive we're gonna need to use that. So let's do that real quick. You know what? I think I've actually got a round bale sitting on the ground over there from our first episode when we did it. So you know what we can do is we could probably grab the telehandler, head over there, grab that bale, come over here and put it in that machine and see if that thing... Oh, stop! Ugh. Yeah, this thing's a little heavy for my truck, if you guys haven't noticed. Alright, so let's bring this over here. I think we might even have a storm coming in a couple of days too, which might put a little cramp in our style here, guys. When it comes to harvesting, you can't harvest stuff in the rain. So there's the round baler, so we'll drop that. I wonder if I can pick up this big one and take this somewhere else, so that way we don't get confused. Wow, look at my front tires spinning. Yep, that thing's a little heavy for my truck. But we're gonna just kind of take it and get it out of the way. See, look, I can't even turn my truck. Alright, we're just gonna set this thing just right here for now. Perfect. Alright. Our telehandler is just over here we're gonna grab. And then we're gonna drive over and grab the little bale handler, which is like, it handles the round hay bales. I mean, we might be able to put the square ones in there, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So let's jump into this and let's go grab that bale. Alright, let's just go ahead and just drop this tool right here for now, because we really don't need this. This one's for picking up the square bales. Did I drop it? Not yet. There we go. Okay. So this is the telehandler that I purchased. This is the one that allows you to load the feeding wagons and whatnot. And we're gonna have to go grab that other piece over there. So let's go ahead and head on back to the shop. Let's grab that, grab the bale, and see if it'll work into that feeding machine there. This thing is not the fastest in the world either as far as driving goes. So be prepared for a little Sunday drive, and go figure today is Sunday. Alright, we're just going to cut across our fields here. So once we grab that round baler, I'm really hoping that this all works in our favor. Hey, this thing's even got a hitch to it. So I probably could even take the baler with me and use this thing to drive around. I don't know if this thing's powerful enough to do the baler system though or not, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, if I remember right, I've got a bale sitting over by my main garage over there that we should be able to grab and kind of test that wrapping and see if that works. Because basically, if you take a hay bale and you put it in that wrapping machine, it'll wrap it and almost do like a little mini fermenting for you. Wow, these crops are actually growing kind of fast, even though I've got them on the slowest setting. Oh. Alright, so here's our little tool that I bought a little while ago but just never picked up. Alright, perfect. Now I gotta figure out how to... Oh, there we go. Wow, you gotta switch between the tools, huh? That's kind of a bummer. Okay. So you gotta hit G and swap between the actual tractor and the tool on this one. Whoa! These things like lose control. Like the traction in this game, they really need to patch some of the tractor traction. I don't know if there's like some sort of traction lines in the code that they can adjust, but these things spin out so fast. Alright, so our hay bale, if my memory serves me correctly, is just off to the right over here. So we're gonna go check that out. Should be just right over here. Yep, there it is. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to grab this hay bale. I know, I forgot I got to hit the G and change the tool. Okay, now we got to change it back. And we got to grab it. And then lift it up. There we go. Got it. Okay, now we're gonna head back down here to where the feeding machine is. I'm really kind of glad they didn't implement crushing your fields when driving over them like this. That would really suck if you could actually damage. I wonder if that's something they might add in future simming, like SimVid or you know, farming simulator games. Is if you drive over your crops like this, it'll actually damage your crops. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm kind of glad that he hasn't yet, but it would just make things a little bit more realistic. Because, I mean, obviously you don't see farmers with tractors driving straight across their freshly grown or growing crops. So I think that that would be something kind of neat to implement into a future game. All right, well, anyway, now that we've got this bale, we're going to go ahead and try dropping it into our little tag and bag system over here and see if that works. Because I don't have another square bale. I actually sold off the 4 that you guys saw when I was doing the baling technology. I sold those 4 that were on the ground that were just laying there. I actually pushed them in with my truck and sold them just recently, which I wish I wouldn't have. But it's not a big deal. Alright, so here is our little machine. Alright, so let me, I think my truck is still over here. Actually, you know what? Here, let me use this tractor, just in case I have to turn something on. I don't know if I have to turn on that little piece of equipment or what, but we're going to use this tractor here. Because I don't know if this thing needs power or what. Alright, here we go. Unfold round bale wrapper. Wow, I'm glad I did this. Oh, so do we just, like, drive over it? No way. I think we just drive over it, guys. And it just picks it up. Here, let's try it. Because we just unfolded it. Let me jump into this. Let me set this bale down right here. Okay. We'll set that down, and then we'll move the telehandler out of the way, and then we'll try scooping it up and see if that works. I'm glad I got the round bale though. Alright, so let's drive around and let's see if we have to scoop this thing up. This bale is not supported. Why is this bale not supported? What the heck? It says round bale. Huh. I wonder if it's because maybe this bale has been sitting for so long. Maybe it's like already fermented. I have no idea. But it says this bale is not supported. Interesting. I'm not sure why. That's the only thing I can come up with, guys, is maybe it's because it's already been sitting for so long. Maybe it's already kind of fermented. I don't know. But that machine looks like it's supposed to scoop it up, doesn't it? Alright, so let's go ahead and... because I seriously doubt I need to actually pick this thing up and, like, actually put it in here. I think you drive it... I'm almost positive you have to just drive it over. I don't know, I've not used this machine yet, but I'm almost positive you gotta drive over it. And I'm almost positive also that this bale has probably been sitting for so long that it's all dried out, and that's why it's not accepting it. It's the only thing I can come up with. Oops, hit my truck. So in the meantime, maybe we can use this to put into here. Alright, so let's swap over. Let's see, we'll do this, and then we'll lower this. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now that that's done, now we should be able to turn this on. We've got straw in there. So we've got our silage, which is fermenting right over there. And then the hay, which might be something else we're going to need to get as well. Because if I remember right, I think it's the tethers that are going to make your hay, which are here. So a tether turns grass around so it can dry faster. So that's probably something else we're probably going to need to get, is that tether, which we've already got, to turn some of the grass into hay as well. Because if we go to the loading wagons, which is this one here, the forage wagon collects grass, hay, or straw. Yep, so I think that's what we're probably going to have to do, is we're going to have to use that tether to turn some things into hay as well, which might be what this little bay is for here. So, but yeah, I think we might be okay with that. And fermenting's only at 5%, so I think that's probably what we're going to have to do. So, alright guys, well, I'm going to wrap up this video. I think I've rambled on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the prep work that I'm doing. It's all going to start coming together once we get the fields going and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of this prep work video. When we come back, we're really going to start cracking down on some of this really cool technology. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.